We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Here is another episode of RipCast. I am Tony, dear host. Hello, everyone, coming through all the way on all the channels, on the RipCast channel, on the Zero Dark Tony channel, which is going to be switched to members only eventually because we'd like to get everybody subscribed, liking, and sharing over on RipCast, which is where we are broadcasting from. It's the brand you're going to get. It's the intro you are going to be served this evening as I am here to serve you. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we're going to get back with, one of our favorites, obviously, Sean and Marley. We love them. We're going to be making some Sammies with them. I'm just waiting for the point where Marley just goes nuts and, throws somebody through the wall. Also tonight, Tony Chase. We haven't talked about Tony Chase for about 6 months on the program here, and Tony Chase is really on one lately. The satellites are stealing his teeth. We're going to get, I know what it sounds like, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's a fucking mess. And we are going to get into the history of none other than a young lady who has jumped onto the podcasting scene by the name of Kate Meaney. We're going to go way back in the time machine. And we're going to hear some of her history in her own words, which some of the people who do cover her, now, this is not my thing generally, but I do find her to be hilarious and lol-cowish and really just wanting to come into the podcasting scene and go after people. She is the daughter of a comedian, says she's not a comic, says she's a comic. We're going to get to the bottom of some of these fibberies tonight. I like to take it easy over here on RipCast. It's a little more relaxing, a little more kickback than the regular Zero Dark Tony content. I would like you to be subscribed to both. I'd like you to share it out. I'd like you to show your tits. Show your tits. Show your tits on the show. This is the show where you do it. Now, Zero Dark Tony show is very, very, very serious. It's very serious. But today, let's have some fun. Let's get down. Let's have some laughs. Getting ready to rip them on the RipCast. Let's effing go. Late night. A little after hours. Why not? Here we go. Thank you so much for joining me this evening on the RipCast, where we just show you things you don't want to see so that you don't have to. We go through them. We make sure they're quality content for your consumption. Greetings, Fen. Katrina's bisexual lover is here with the popcorn for that ass. Anna the inbred Nazi. Time to do a show. Subscribe. You know what to do. You know what to do. Where are we at here? Okay. Showtime. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to an impromptu, just jump on kind of RipCast evening here on the RipCast channel on YouTube. Also, simulcasting on the Zero Dark Tony channel. Going to be switching over to members only, so get over to the RipCast part of it. Come on. Like, subscribe, and share. And let's get this other channel monetized. and get us out there. And by us, I mean we, meaning the royal we, that is me, myself, and I. Thank you so much for joining me here this evening. So, how you guys doing? Tonight we're going to talk about a couple things. Look, we're always going to see online different stuff, different things. Oh, by the way, if you want to go the extra mile, Venmo at Zero Dark Tony, Cash App at Zero Dark Tony, if you're on the RipCast channel, because we're not quite monetized yet. Over on the other side of things, that is a monetized channel. You could do super chats, gifted memberships, super stickers on the replay. It's going to go right into members, but we want to show everybody sort of what goes on over here on the other program. Sometimes we'll have co-hosts. This is just a jump on thing that I planned just a little while ago after seeing Kate Meaney on the BYB show, which I have jumped on occasionally here and there. Was not on there tonight. They had Stuttering John on. It was quite the fireworks of shenanigans and chicanery for podcasts. I try and avoid all such debauchery and low-level installations. But, you know, it was great. It was fire. I think everybody should look at it. We're going to review it another time. It really just gives you an idea of what happens on these shows. You know what I mean? Some people really complain about getting ripped on, but people, they want it. They need it. They have to have it. They love it when you draw the sword. If it bleeds, it leads. Give us the thing that shows the pain of the other creator being owned. That's what it's all about. Just owning. Everyone wants to own everyone. Owned. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at some of, what do we have over here?
How you guys doing? You know, all my teeth
okay,
are
so this is Tony Chase. And Tony Chase has a little issue with the government. Tony Chase is in the Disney bloodline. If you haven't seen Tony Chase before, he is really just sort of doing his own thing. We've looked in his background in his basement. We don't know what's in there. We see there's a lot of darkness behind him. He seems to be bundled up every time he's in this area where he does his broadcast from. Now, the funny thing is, and you're going to see this here, he talks about the satellite and everything with his teeth, and they're trying to steal his teeth now. He is making videos every 20 minutes, and because he really needs to document all this. People need to know this information. It needs to get out there. I implore you to share it. I implore you to subscribe to fucking Tony over here, Tony Chase, which would be probably my porn name. If I was to do the adult film industry. So let's listen to Tony talk about how, listen, these bastards, his teeth are documented. They are filed. They have been registered as if it was a weapon. He has registered his teeth. So I want you guys to be prepared. Fasten your seatbelt. We're going to get to the Kate thing quick. We're going to bang through a couple of these other packages and get right to the history of her in her own words. She's dumb as a bag of fucking hammers. But lovely, just the same, has a lovely side, just like all women, just like all psycho broads. They give you all the pretty. They give you all the pretty and the this and that and the smiles and the things and the, you know. And then what is it? Just kidding.
How you guys doing? You know, all my teeth are documented. This satellite man has not stopped hitting me in the cheek and teeth. My DNA is my DNA. The human rights violations of government is treason. These people are trying to cover up that they murdered my parents. These people are
the Disney bloodline that he's a part of. We covered this previously. Look, about 6 months back when Corniff was still on the show. So you could look back about 6 months, and we talked about Tony. And he really is just accelerating all the things. Put a 1 in the chat if you have heard of Tony. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not. If you have not been around long enough to remember the last time we covered him on RipCast. 1 for yes, 2 for no.
trying to steal teeth. My teeth are my real teeth, you fucking sick piece of shit.
And you have to understand, if you try and steal his teeth through the satellite, okay, especially the people reacting in the chat right now, do not try and steal his teeth with the satellite. I don't care if you don't know him. You're a sick piece of shit if you're just trying to steal his teeth, especially his molars. He is very attached to the molars. You'll see.
Better show up in court so they can count your teeth, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
My teeth are already x-rayed and documented.
Mm-hmm. Counted.
You don't have a right claiming you thought you were trying to put your space in somebody else's mouth.
That's right. You cannot take your area, your space. You cannot enter this into into this mainframe here. You can't. It won't compute. It doesn't compute. It won't get in. All right. It won't. You can't get in. It can't go around. It's a firewall of teeth that is documented.
Or trying to put your space in between people's teeth. You need to show up in court. Quit trying to steal people's molars.
Right. You got to stop stealing people's molars. Stop stealing molars and bicuspids and incisors. Is there anything else that I missed there? Isn't that just all the types of teeth? He is concerned about the molars. If any of you homos touch my stuff, I kill you.
Trying to steal people's teeth. You need to get fucking deported out of America back to the savage fucking shitty country you came from.
Your shithole that you fucking came from, if you're trying to steal people's teeth, that's exactly where they should send you. They should send you right back. Because the satellite is hitting him in his cheek with his teeth. They're trying to steal his teeth. His documented teeth, you son of a bitch. Fuck is wrong with you people? I don't know why you're not outraged. I don't see a lot of outrage in the chat. I see a lot of laughing, a lot of lulls, a lot of, twos because you didn't hear this guy, but you didn't know. This is happening all over the place. Check your teeth. Check all of your teeth.
You don't have no right doing that shit in this country.
No, ma'am.
You need to get prosecuted for what you've been doing.
Damn right.
Alexa, what time is it?
The time.
He is fucking worried about the satellite and his teeth that he has Alexa. I'm going to say that one more time. He is concerned about the satellite and his teeth, yet he has Alexa. Okay. Who would have Alexa? His head should be in a freaking Faraday bag right now. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys know what a Faraday bag is? It's one of those things you put your phones and devices in and blackouts all the things.
Country, you need to get prosecuted for what you've been doing.
Damn right.
Alexa, what time is it?
Alexa, what time is the satellite gonna be dropping off my teeth? My newly documented government issued dentures.
The time is 4:10 p.m.
Alexa, what's the date?
It's Monday, January 15th.
Now, I thought when I loaded this video up, Alexa, are you the tooth fairy? Alexa, I'm going to put how much will you give me for one of my teeth under my pillow?
Satellite man is still hitting me right here.
Satellite man.
And they even do that when I'm laying in bed when I'm trying to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I got Serta, Sealy, and Beauty Rest pillows.
Those are government magnet shits, man. You are asking for trouble with those mattresses. Those are the ones that the government gets the most. That's where they're gonna find you. Is with those mattresses, boy.
The satellite man has still been hitting me in the face. I got pillowcases from Bed Bath and Beyond. Got a main.
See how he's fucking up. He's got Alexa. He's got the Bed Bath and Beyond. You know the Bed Bath and Beyond is the devil, boy.
Stay, bedspread, and sheets, and all that. And the satellite man is still hitting me in the face and teeth.
I would just pull out those teeth. I mean, if they're after them, why don't you just give them to them? Give them up. Just put them out there for the satellite man. Is the satellite man the tooth fairy? Is that what he calls the tooth fairy, maybe? Maybe he just thinks that's the tooth fairy. These are coming out. I know I'm 62 years old, but I think I can get $1, maybe 50 cents.
have to sleep with a COVID mask on.
God.
And a plastic medical mask. Because the satellite man tries to damage my teeth when I'm sleeping.
Well, I'll look out for that shit.
How many dentists in America have seen people or senior citizens that their jawline and their palate has been bent from government staring at them with satellites?
The answer is 3.
I think the American Dentists Association needs to declare serious crimes of genocide against the American government. Reference to them warping and bending American people's faces. Like they're trying to turn America into a fucking zombie land or zombie war kind of situation. Let's count your teeth, government man.
Hey, government man. Government man, we're going to count your teeth now, government man. Open your mouth up, government man. Government man. I love it when he gets into this one. Government man.
Let's check your DNA, government man.
Government man. I love it.
You don't have a right messing up people's teeth. My dentist is in America, too. Who the fuck are you? I'm not your race or religion, government man. You don't have a right damaging my face and teeth, and you're not a friendly race or people.
That's right, government man.
What made you think you had any right making up accusations to steal somebody's teeth?
Government man.
And the U.S. government is hiding the identity of these people that made up accusations about my teeth.
Accusations about his teeth. What did your teeth do, bro? My teeth left my face on the night of October 7th, 1981, and shot Reagan. Jumped into another man's face. His name was John Hinckley. Then those teeth jumped back into my face after John Hinckley Jr. Took a shot at Reagan. And now John Hinckley Jr., true story, has a goddamn monetized YouTube channel, which we are going to talk about on RipCast in the future, that John Hinckley Jr. is goddamn monetized. Can you believe it? The guy that shot fucking Reagan has a monetized fucking YouTube channel. Can you believe that shit? Anyway.
It's more lawsuits against the government and those government people that made up accusations about my teeth.
Your teeth are guilty. Guilty as fucking guilty ass teeth. You fucking guilty tooth motherfucker. We're going to throw the fucking guilty tooth fucking book at you, motherfucker. All right? Wait till that judge gets a hold of you. Wait till the tooth fairy judge gets a fucking hold of you, you fucking molars. You fucking piece of shit.
Get prosecuted immediately. They're an endangerment to my life and everybody else's lives in this country that have teeth.
They're a danger to everybody that has teeth. All right? Okay, do you understand what he's saying? Do you have teeth? Is that you? Are you one of those people? Are you one of the fucking pieces of shit that's trying to steal his and I mean, look, his molars can't be like top-notch black market value. I mean, you know, no molars. Let's jump in the chat here. Prenfan, what's going on? Anna the inbred Nazi. Hello, everybody. Margaret, Katrina. How's everybody doing tonight? Popping in on a late night jam. Most people are going to get this one on the replay because this is definitely out of the peak zone, but that's okay. We love to have all you guys here on both channels, checking it out. So let's see here. We're going to go to the
How you guys
next.
doing? You know, all my teeth are documented. This satellite man has
It's so funny. So now what I think I want to do is I want to go to Sean and Marley. All right.
You know what I like to do when I'm
Sean
having
and
a water?
Marley.
What? I like to
this
drink
week,
it like I'm a little.
when we talk about Sean and Marley, they've got this fella here this week, and these are the deleted scenes that Sean and Marley have on their channel. All right, the dentists do have nitrous. That's good for the anal, right? That's what they do. Hermes, what's going on? The god of thieves. So, Sean and Marley here. If you don't know Sean and Marley, we talked about Sean and Marley a lot. One of our favorites here. These guys are rock stars in Australia. They're two boys with Downs who have a cooking show. They go do all kinds of stuff, music festivals. We've seen them go to cooking schools here. And, you know, we love these guys. They're very enjoyable. But, you know, this one on the right here, I believe that's Marley. Marley drinks a little bit more than Sean does. And he gets a little cantankerous. And the one thing that you don't want to do, and you're going to find this out, is that I love these guys, by the way. You'll see. You'll just see. Like you can, if you talk loud to Marley, he's like, dude, what do you think? I'm a fucking, you know what I mean? What do you think? I'm a fucking R word, bro? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, I have Down syndrome. I can hear you, bro. Because they tend to speak really loud to these guys in these TV shows, like whoever they bring on as a guest, you know? It's like, they can hear you. Fucking hell.
Kid, you ready? Watch this. This is a little kid drinking a glass.
Oh, I forgot to put on the monitor so that I can hear it. I know that you could hear that, but I need to hear it. Sorry about that. See, look what a professional. There we go. All right, so let's listen to, I forget what this guy is, but I don't like this guest. Okay, I've seen a little bit of this. He's going to make the Sammies with him. I'm not quite sure I like him as a guest. I'm not comfortable with him around the boys. You know what I mean? So I've got like a little extra eye on this fella. And I think you might see what I mean when you see him. But they're going to make Sammies. I think they're doing something with some Vegemite because they are Australian. Vegemite is basically moss, right? And yeast in a jar. Let's enjoy.
Do you know what I like to do when I'm having a water?
What?
I like to drink it like I'm a little kid.
Hey,
Ready?
Catherine Gallagher, thank you so much for the gift of membership. We so much appreciate it. Welcome. Good to see you. Tom Donifon. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the member side of the world. Appreciate you. So here we go. So now here's this guy here. Like I said, I don't like him. I don't trust him. These are my boys. These are my fellas. These are my dudes. I like them a lot. And I want to protect them from guys like this who kind of look like, you know, he's got like he's living that van life. Okay. So let's just see what he got.
Do you know what I like to do when I'm having a water?
What?
I like to drink it like I'm a little kid. You ready? Watch
Okay, see, right out of the gate, he is bothering me. All right? Gifted members, thank you so much. Love it. Prospect membership, guys. All kinds of membership levels here. All kinds of content back there. Oh, yeah. What do we got? Like, subscribe, share, super chat, super thanks on the ZDT channel. And, yeah, just be subscribed to both. You know what I'm saying? It's a wonderful, wonderful world that I've built over time with my bare hands. Thank you for joining me.
This is a little kid drinking a glass of water. Okay, you ready for it?
Yeah.
This fucking creep. Fucking creep. Check this fucking guy's fucking hard drive. Get the fuck away from them, bro. I'm upset now. I didn't realize this is going to piss me off. I've only seen little clips of this fucking guy. You fucking motherfucker. Watch his hands, okay?
Okay, so this is going to be a classic Australian sandwich. It's probably the most classic of the Australian sandwiches. And to do it, I'm going to be doing it with kangaroo paws, okay? So these are my kangaroo paws for hands. These are real kangaroo paws. Get a look.
It's real.
These are real. They're real kangaroo paws. We're going to make a Vegemite sandwich, okay? So first of all, I'm going to take the lid off the Vegemite. Doesn't. Hang on, I'll get the bread.
These guys are rock stars in Australia. I'm telling you. These guys, we're going to have an episode where they go to a music festival. They cannot walk around like girls are surrounding them. They got like babes. They got babes galore. You know, they got hoes in different area codes, these two. I'm telling you. These two aren't like some like fuck around dudes in Australia. They are rock star. I don't know why nobody understands this or listens to me about these boys. These are my guys. These are my fellas, okay? Nobody's going to make fun of them. They're under my protection. He does, doesn't he? He's a scary guy, the guy with the glasses. I mean, I don't know where the fuck, everybody else is either, also got downs and cooking with them, or they're in some, they went to, we showed them go to culinary school. Remember that?
All right, we'll bring the bread over here, pop it there, and we're going to make ourselves Vegemite sandwiches. Let's go. Oh, hang on, here we go. I think I'm going to need some help. So you guys are going to have to open up the bread, please, and get them out, and we'll get into it. You guys ready?
Oh, boy.
Fantastic. Yep. Fantastic. Then we'll make some space.
See, the fella on the right is Marley, and Marley drinks. Okay, so Marley gets fucked up. I don't know. You'll see it another time, but he gets fucked up.
On the bench. There you go. And then I want you, all right, let's butter the bread, off you go.
Somebody get him the fuck out of here. Where's the producer? Is the producer keeping an eye on this? And why are they putting the butter on the bread first? It's Vegemite. It's like freaking tar.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That is a great level of butter. That is perfect.
It's a great level of butter. It's a great level of butter. It's a great level of butter. That's a great level of butter.
Yep, just a gentle smear.
Oh, to me, Sean.
Oh, he's a Jewish
That's
fella.
right, you can probably spread that
A
over the
schmear.
next slice as well. Just going to grab the Vegemite for you. So Vegemite over here. And, oh, sorry. Get that going. Oh.
Yeah, we get the fucking gag, dude. Can we, Marley did a face palm. That is when he is annoyed as shit. That is his sign of like, this guy's got this guy's got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, tops, Then we got to get him the fuck out of here because I think somebody's going to hurt him. I think Marley is not going to somebody's going to talk too loud. They're going to look at him, make too much of a sudden goddamn move around him, and he's going to freak out.
Put the Vegemite there, and then we just take the lid off, take the lid off.
Have a seat. He does look like he just was on To Catch a Predator. He just came over here after they jumped him in the ghillie suit. Very good. Anna the Inbred Nazi checking in with some humor here. A little joke writing with Anna the Inbred Nazi, who is likely right now naked from the waist down. All right, so here we go. Continuing on. I know I am.
Just take the lid off.
Can you
Okay, so I'm so sorry.
Don't do it.
I can't do it. I can't open it. Can you help me open it? Yep, that's the sound we want to hear. It's nearly. Yes! There we are. Okay.
Yeah. Come on,
It's a
Peter
very-
Mike.
very
See?
slippery
I
bit of
told
bread,
you.
isn't it?
That stuff's
It's a very
disgusting.
viscous liquid.
Look
Look at that.
It's like a fucking...
No.
Appetizing. Now we just fold the top over. Let's go. Do you want me to
Thanks,
do it?
John.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yeah,
But hey, John, don't you put the Vegemite down first though? Because it's like peanut butter. You know what I mean? It's like a real thick thing. Why isn't they putting it down first? Because it's just gonna slide around. Imagine putting butter down before peanut butter on a sandwich, which I would put every single kind of butter on a sandwich. I don't give a fuck. Put every kind of goddamn butter that's on there, except garlic butter, not on peanut butter. Well, maybe.
Mine is
Thai
a sanitary, so it's fine. There we go. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect.
Jesus, look at his
Grab one
fingers,
each.
man. Just-
And we'll all sample. All right, I'm gonna grab that big
You got
guy.
cough.
You don't want any?
No,
What? You ready? You ready?
wait.
Do you don't like Vegemite?
No, Mike.
You don't like it?
No.
It's like, fuck that. I don't like that shit. Look at this guy. He's like, I'm not going to be able to get old Sean in the van with this sandwich. We're going to have to do another one.
What? That's okay, because some people like Vegemite, some people don't. We'll do it together. 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
Okay.
It's
See, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
He's Asian, dog. He's Get your fucking hands off of Sean and Marley, bro. The fuck?
How do you pronounce it? I say biscotti. Are your palms sweaty? Mum spaghetti!
Yeah,
Mum
spaghetti!
Yeah, sweaty. Mum spaghetti. All right, let's do it. All right, okay, 4 slices of bread. Let's go.
2,
Yep.
4.
All right, Butterman, let's go. That's perfect. That's a perfect amount. See, we're doing restraint. Okay, now it's time to crack open the can. Now watch
It's a
out.
SpaghettiO sandwich?
Yes, perfect. Oh,
SpaghettiOs.
Hey!
Oh, but like, is that Australian SpaghettiOs? Heinz has goddamn SpaghettiOs. Why don't I see that in the section with all the beans and that stupid fucking shit? There's like this one section with like a couple Australian and British things here in the U.S. You know what I mean? Like at a big supermarket. I know most of you in other countries don't know what big supermarkets look like. We have them here in America. I'm just kidding.
you know what? I'm always scared when I do that because I always think I'm going to go, ah!
Put a 1 in the chat if you've had Vegemite. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not. And if you could describe it, let people know what it tastes like. Like a foot.
I just bleed out alone in my kitchen by myself because no one loves me. All right, I'll get rid of this because we don't need that.
Yep.
Never lick that thing. You never lick it.
Don't lick it.
No matter
All
how
right.
much you think it's going to be delicious, it's too dangerous because it's sharp.
That's
all right?
enough.
You don't lick it.
That's enough. That is goddamn enough. Buy a shirt from those guys. But you know what? Speaking of shirts, go to my merch store and buy a Keyboard Warrior thing. We're selling some stuff, which is great. I mean, I never really kind of like expected to sell as many as we've sold of the Keyboard Warrior stuff. Oh, it's the spaghetti. Is this a sandwich? Because I would rock this with SpaghettiOs. I could see this with SpaghettiOs. I've done this before with SpaghettiOs. Okay? Just saying.
I think I'm going to like this one.
He is going to stab you in the fucking eyeball with that fork, bro. You better not hover over him when he doesn't like that. Okay? I think they need me there. I think they need me. I think I need to make a pilgrimage to Australia and connect with my boys and save them. Save them from the society that is put them on a pedestal and forgotten them.
Oh my word. It looks like bloodied worms. All right, perfect. Okay, perfect. Bang that one there. Now let's just spread it out a little bit like, Okay, here we go. Then let's put the lids on top.
Oh, Marley's fucking pissed. He hates him. Marley hates everybody that comes on here, which is the funny thing, because he's so polite. You know what I mean? He's got such good fucking manners. But he really, I could tell, he doesn't like this guy either. The cooks were yelling at them, okay? The episode we did when they went to the culinary school and learned how to make some different kinds of pasta, which was fucking brilliant. I think that was actually on the ZDT channel. That was on one of the member shows. We'll show you some of that again. They go all over the place.
And
I did it, Daddy.
here, what we're going to do now, I'll do the, boys. Boys, you've got to wait for the bloody sandwich.
Wait for the motherfucker. This is his goddamn show, dude. How about you go, would you like a plate? Would you like me to get you a plate, Marley? Okay, he's the guy. You know what? This fucking Peabody motherfucker. You know? Fucking, it's his show. Who bought the you know what he should do? He should turn right to this guy and go, motherfucker, who bought these, motherfucker?
You've got to wait for the sandwich. Like.
Sorry.
Oh, my God. It's about sandwiches. It's not just called people eat out of tins.
Bro, it's spaghetti, okay? It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's spaghetti. It's a tin, a plastic bag, whatever.
Amazing. All right. Everyone, let's grab a square.
Hang on.
To Mum's spaghetti.
Mum spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
These are the two fucking sandwiches this fucking guy's made. Is there Is there any protein happening in any of these goddamn sandwiches for these boys? We need some protein. Okay? So this fucking dude better come up with some protein. We're getting into Kate Meaney in a second.
That's the best one. That's the best one.
You better have something else up your fucking sleeves, bro.
butter.
And it better not be goddamn peanut butter and jelly. You better have brought something good for these. An egg salad, tuna, ham, some protein.
The cold tin spaghetti. Simple, delicious.
Well, it's in their kitchen. They have a cooking show, so they always have like a guest come on and make like their thing. Remember, they had the guy make chicky Sammies, and then we had the other one make the Thai stuff. And
This other one? You're not too fussed on that one. Oh, I think it's great.
Yeah.
Seriously, it is the best one. It's a tuck shop special. It's a tuck shop treat and a food court bloody bonanza here. We're going to make a classic salad sandwich.
What?
Like, this is my favourite one. And guess what my name is in this? My name's Kay, and I work at the fish and chip shop.
get him the fuck out of this fucking set. God damn it. Now, if I'm the producer, I'm like, all right, that's it. You see this right here? Why is he crossing arm? What is he doing? What is he doing? Okay? This better be his last fucking episode, okay? What the fuck is this?
Is in this. My name's Kay, and I work at the fish and chip shop.
Oh boy.
Is this weird?
It is.
It feels really... Right, guys, just so you know, Sam doesn't live here anymore. Guess who this is? Yeah. Hi, my name's Kay, and I'm from the tuck shop. Let's get making salad sandwiches. Hey, so it's not Sam anymore, it's Kay.
Oh, okay.
This fucking bit is not working. I don't give a shit what he calls himself. Sam K. What do you guys think of this motherfucker? Holy shit. Would you want him anywhere near your family making sandwiches? Especially without gloves on?
So I'll spin around again. Kay, you ready? Hi guys, it's Kay from the fish and chip shop. Sometimes I make salad sandwiches. Do you want to make salad
Sometimes I make salad sandwiches. Sometimes I suck dicks of the mentally challenged.
sandwiches?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a little bit sweaty. Hang on a minute. Alright, let's go again. I'm turning around again. You ready? Here we are.
Stop it.
Hi, it's Kay from the food court
Fuck
here.
me
And today
running.
we're going to make
I
some
hate him.
salad sandwiches.
I hate him.
You ready?
I'm ready.
That was a good look just then. Guys, what we do first, let's move this over here and we're going to cut up some
The
tomato.
fuck?
Okay, I'm going to get straight in there. You ready?
I can madam.
Here we go. Let's slice it. Hi. 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 What are you laughing at? What? Stop it. What are you laughing at? Don't. Stop laughing. You're making me feel weird. All right, you ready? Here we go. Hi.
I need a shower. I need a fucking shower. I think it's a wig. I need a shower.
Hi.
Ugh.
Oh, no. Watch those knuckles. Ooh. You got to be really careful. But that's good.
I do.
Do you want to do some more?
Thank you, Kate.
Yeah. It's always good to make noises whilst you're cooking.
What are you doing, bro? What the fuck is he doing? He's like, what are we watching? These were all just innocent, episodes, and now we're now this. What happened?
Yeah.
It makes it more enjoyable for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, ready? Here we go.
That's not the noise you fucking made before, motherfucker. What are you doing? What the hell is happening here?
So next thing we're going to do is avocado. Can I teach you guys a really good trick with this? Very gently.
Very gently stick it in your ass. Just stick it in. Don't be afraid of it. That wasn't Australian.
The avocado in your hand like a baby bird. Okay?
Baby bird.
Like a baby bird, then you slice a knife through it like that.
See what I mean?
Split it in half, and what's inside? An action figurine. Oh no, it's the nut. Next thing we need, because this is a
It's the
classic
nut.
Australian one, we
It's a nut. What the fuck? What in the fuck?
need
Beetroot.
John Walker. I had a girlfriend that had Down syndrome. Yeah, she kept going down on everyone. I swear to God. That is good.
Dude.
That sounds like a fucked up dad joke.
I said that. Dude.
All right, who's opening the can? Get in there. Is it working? Oh, yep.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Imagine if we opened it up and guess what was inside? Just a tiny little miniature version of Marley and Sean.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be cool. So let's really there.
What? Somebody check this kid's this guy's hard drive, bro.
Really there?
The fuck is going on?
Okay. And then this. I wonder what's going to be in here.
Beats. Oh, okay.
Oh, look, it's tiny little Marley and Sean. What are you doing in there, guys?
Hi.
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What's that?
It's
You're
fucking
drowning
kidding me.
beetroot. Oh, no. All right, go.
He is way too close.
Okay, so-
And
Look at that blood.
It does look like blood. So we've got all our components. We have a lettuce.
actually, it is blood.
We have our carrot, we have our avocado, tomato, and one of my favourite things ever that you can't not have in a salad sandwich from the food court, it's alfalfa. Sometimes, if I don't have a wig, I like to put on just a little sprinkling of
Oh,
alfalfa.
no.
Just a little bit like that.
Oh my God.
Is that good?
He's Australian fucking Gallagher. You gonna smash a watermelon?
No.
All right, let's
I've
zip
got
it
a box
forward.
of potato cakes, okay? No, I'll see you guys later, okay? It's been really fun. All right, guys, just some final words of wisdom from Kay here, okay? When you made a mess in your area, you clean it up, okay? And also, don't run in thongs when you're going
What's up,
past
Rio?
the deep fat fryer when you're doing the fish and chips, okay? Because you'll slip over in your thongs and you'll do yourself an injury, all right?
Oh, like this?
No, hey, no, not in the food prep area. What are you doing? You can't do that stuff in the food prep area. My goodness, we're not doing shoeys in the kitchen.
He will
I'm
throw
not gonna
you
do a
across
shoey
the
in kitchen.
goddamn
That's
room, bro.
Disgusting, guys. No, I'm not doing it anymore. That's it. Hay's out of here. I've had enough. I didn't even want to do this character. Stop it.
Stop it. So there you go. We got a little Sean and Marley catching up on the Sammies. Always a good time. Oh, you know, what's always fun is figuring out who people really are. And when you talk about, here we go. Let me just do this right here. Now you just can't leave.
Now you just can't leave.
Love it. So we have a new character that has jumped into the podcasting world, into the world of just some podcast that I don't listen to a lot, but I find this character interesting. Her name's Kate Meaney, and I'd come across a thing the other day and saw her talking to a couple of my buddies, my online buddies kind of thing. On BYB podcast, on Ray DeVito. We have talked about Ray DeVito before. She's been on Ray DeVito's program. And a guy by the name of Kevin Brennan, who you might know from Saturday Night Live in 1982, has a podcast where people throw money at him as he wears a 12-year-old's Fortnite-style fucking headset. Anyway, she was on this show, and we had found a couple things about her. One of the things that seemed to be interesting is a podcast that I found from, and this is called Following Dad. It's from 2019. So this is from 5 years ago, before anybody around here really knew her. I believe in this, she is 20 years old, but tonight she went on, and, there's somebody who's another creator named Little Lemmy who has been going at it with this Kate Meaney on Twitter. They've been going at it a little bit. Some of you that watch this program also watch Little Lemmy on Twitter. On Twitch. So you can go see her in the mornings. And also, she is in a war with the host of Nobody Likes Onions, Patrick Melton, who certainly doesn't like me. But we're going to talk about this anyway, because I think it's funny. And I think from a lot of the stuff that they're talking about, they haven't gone back in time and looked at something like this. So let's hear it. This is some podcast she did in 2019. And in this thing, she has said before, she's not a comedian. In this actual podcast, she says the host says that it introduces her as a comedian, a comic. So just listen up and hear what Kate has to say, because I think you're going to hear some very revealing things about her. And funny thing about the name of one of the schools she went to.
Now we're recording.
We're recording.
Kate Meaney.
Hello, Celeste.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You look good.
Thank you.
Because I don't know. You look like the best I've seen you. You've got a glow. You're happy.
Thank you.
Do you feel that way?
I do feel happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you feeling happy? It's showing.
Well, I'm doing some work on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is arduous? You're young, so luckily for you, you don't have 40 years of baggage. You have 20, two? One?
No, 20.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have 6 years of baggage.
6 years of baggage. Yeah.
You think so?
Escalated more in the past 3 years.
Well, okay. So our guests know Kate Meaney is also.
Have you heard this yet? Or anybody? Has anybody put a? If you've heard this before, just put a 1 in the chat. If you have not, put a 2 in the chat. This is just something I'd never heard before, but found it interesting.
A comic, but she's also the daughter of the late comic Kevin
Meaney.
Okay, so did you hear that?
Yeah.
Who was? He had a very interesting life story. But you and I have something in common. We both grew up in Westchester, right?
Yes, we did. 20.
That's it?
Yeah.
So here we go.
Yeah, so you have 6 years of baggage.
6 years of baggage.
Hear it
Yeah.
again.
You think so?
Escalated more in the past 3 years.
Well, okay. So our guests know Kate Meaney is a comic, but she's also the daughter of the late comic
Okay.
Kevin
Meaney.
Meaney.
Kate Meaney is the daughter of Kevin Meaney. Okay, who was on Saturday Night Live, who did a TV show called Uncle Buck. You'll hear a drop of him doing I don't care, I don't care. He did that one. And he was a pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
Who was,
So she does call herself a comic, Charlie Don't Surf. Yes. She told this host, she didn't correct her. She would have gotten notes on, what her bio was, right?
very interesting life story. You and I have something in common. We both grew up in Westchester, right?
Yes, we did. I
And-
go to school in Westchester.
Where are you going? Are you gonna Barnard? No. Not
Sarah
Barnard.
Lawrence.
Sarah Lawrence. Yeah. I knew.
Another lesbian school.
Well, I know it was a Seven Sisters school. And I
Yeah.
wasn't sure which one. Do you like it there? How did you end up going there?
Well, I transferred from Syracuse.
Oh, I went to Syracuse.
You did?
Syracuse. So she transferred to Sarah Lawrence University from Syracuse. So this is, in Syracuse, upstate New York. I was offered a scholarship for lacrosse to Syracuse. I was almost what you call an orangeman. I'm glad I didn't go.
Me.
Very interesting life story. You and I have something in common. We both grew up in Westchester. Yes. She told this host, she didn't correct her.
Did?
I did.
Oh my God.
I did. I had a good time up there.
You did?
It's a lot of partying. I
It's a
could
lot
see
of
it.
partying.
That's why you said
Yeah, I was like, if I leave, I'm not going to party anymore. And I left, and I still partied.
Well, my husband went to purchase, and he would say that the women from Sarah.
For anyone who is interested in the lore and history of the detail that some of the folks want to go into, and just this is just a podcast of her and her own words. You know what I mean? It's nothing weird. I just searched Kate Meaney cocaine, and this came up.
Laurens would often come down
Swear to God, not
to
kidding.
the campus in search of.
And this is from Vox Celeste. So you guys can see that here on the thing. So yeah, if you want to go and clip it.
Guys.
Yeah, there's no guys there.
At all. So let's talk about growing up as the daughter of a comedian. You're the only child, correct?
Only child.
Your mom was a producer. Your dad's a comedian, so you kind of grew up in the business, but not in it because you weren't in the city or in L.A.
I was born in LA,
Uh-huh.
and we did live in the city for a while as well, but I went to boarding school. So I only spent like 2 years living in the city with my mom before I went to boarding school.
Where'd you go to boarding school?
I went to 2 boarding schools. First, I went to Blair Academy.
Okay.
Then I got the boot. And
why did you get
What? What? You what? She got the boot.
Dad's a comedian, so you kind of grew up in the business,
Hold on
but
a
not
second.
in it because you weren't in the city or in L.A.
I was born in LA,
Uh-huh.
and we did
Kate Meaney was thrown out of boarding school? Is that what she's saying? But why?
live in the city for a while as well, but I went to boarding school. So I only spent like 2 years living in the city with my mom before I went to boarding school.
Where'd you go to boarding school?
I went to 2 boarding schools. First, I went to Blair Academy.
Okay.
Then I got the boot. And
why did you get the boot?
I gave Adderall to my boyfriend.
That might do.
What? What? Wait a second.
I was born in LA.
Okay.
And we did live in the city for a while as well, but I went to boarding school. So I only spent like 2 years living in the city with my mom before I went to boarding school.
Where'd you go to boarding school?
I went to 2 boarding schools. First, I went to Blair Academy.
Okay.
Then I got the boot. And
why did you get the boot?
I gave Adderall to my boyfriend.
That might
Wow.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave Adderall to her boyfriend and got thrown out of boarding school. That's it? That's all that happened? That's a really nice boarding school that they only threw you out of boarding school. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I just need to hear this one more time. Because
LA.
what the
And
fuck?
we did live in the city for a while as well, but I went to boarding school. So I only spent like 2 years living in the city with my mom before I went to boarding school.
Where'd you go to boarding school?
I went to 2 boarding schools. First, I went to Blair Academy.
Okay.
Then I got the boot. And
why did you get the boot?
Gave Adderall to my boyfriend.
That
Wow.
might do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
Did he narc you out?
I'm sorry. Are you saying that she said she got thrown out for something else? So she said she got thrown out for something else, and this isn't what she got. This is what she actually. See, this is what happens is when people don't remember what the fuck they say on the internet. Fucking the wheels are spinning, man. And this got left up.
I don't really know who narked me.
So you got thrown out for giving an Adderall to your boyfriend, or were you selling your Adderalls? You know. giving an Adderall to a boyfriend. Aren't those Adderalls expensive? Wouldn't that be like some extra cash for a girl who's at boarding school? What? And they just give you narcotics at your boarding school to let them take you on your own? What the fuck? Even this story don't fucking jive up. The math ain't mathin' with this methin'. No methin' around.
Out. I never got clarity on that, but he stopped speaking to me after I got the boot. So
He narked you out.
yeah, he narked me out, and we don't speak anymore. Hello, Teddy, if you're listening. You look very happy with Molly. So
Wow.
Teddy has to be with the Molly, though.
What a
That's
cunt.
sort of
Teddy has to be with the Molly.
that's kind of how
What a bitch.
that makes sense.
They coalesce
Petty.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got through that, and then where'd you go after there?
Then I went to the Millbrook School.
I've heard of the mill. Isn't that like a home for wayward girls? No, I'm kidding.
No. It's a very preppy, like, rich kid school.
Oh, so she went. See, this is someone who has had a life of privilege. She might not have been one of the richest kids, but she definitely had a life of privilege, and she was around the rich kids. That is for sure. So, you know, this sounds very similar to an experience I had. I mean, I went to boarding school. I didn't have a rich family, but man, some of these motherfuckers at this boarding school, holy shit. You know.
Everybody is white, and there's like 3 Jews, and that's the most diversity
Right.
at the school.
And
A lot of Asians too, a lot of rich Asians.
right, but that's about it.
That's
We had
about
a totally different
And you
demographic
survived
back
there,
in my
and then
time.
you said, "I'm going to Syracuse," and you partied. And so we talked before a little bit, but like, let's talk about like you growing up. When you were growing up and watching your parents already in the business, did you say to yourself, "This is what I wanted to do"?
Never comedy, but I always wanted to be an actor.
Uh-huh.
Always wanted to be an actress. What was the movie that inspired me? I was very inspired by Narnia.
What? As an actress, you're inspired by Narnia? You're a fucking idiot. You fucking dunce. God damn it. You were just dumb for a second there. And now, Narnia, out of all the goddamn movies, out of all the movies with women, you know, Sophie's Choice, Carrie, none of these great classic, even goddamn Rosemary's Goddamn Baby, Satan movie, nothing. Narnia. You're fucking dumb.
And
Really?
Sorry, that's just not a good choice. There's so many movies that would inspire someone to have a career in film. Narnia, honey.
yes, when I was 6 years old, I saw another 6-year-old in the movie. I was like,
Well, now here you have it, Charlie Don't Surf. You got the proof is in the pudding right here, you know? This is in her own words. I mean, you'll probably hear some more contradictory stuff here.
want to be like her. I want to play Lucy.
And were you encouraged, or did you did you say to your parents, "I want to do this"?
Yeah, but I had bad ADHD, so my mom was like hesitant about me becoming a child actress.
Oh, but I thought that was a requirement. Like, I thought you almost need to be, you have to have some kind of.
Yeah, she was like, you won't be able to focus. But I did a lot of acting at school all throughout my life, you know, high school plays, high school musicals.
Did your dad encourage that?
Yes.
You did?
I went to theater camp for 9 summers up in the Catskills, a sleepaway camp called French Woods,
Uh-huh.
What?
which I loved. Shout out to French Woods.
She went to sleepaway camp for 9 summers in French Woods. It's a very fancy, you know, she's a trained thespian.
Schaefer, he's the man.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Right. So did they say, like, this is, you seem like your mom was like a little more gun shy about you pursuing this, but your dad seemed to have been a little more.
No, they were both very encouraging, just not me going into it
Professionally.
professionally when I was a kid.
So what was it like growing up with a father that was on like TV and in movies?
It was more cool when he was on Broadway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
He was on Broadway. It was awesome.
What was he in again? On
Hairspray.
Hairspray. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
and that's when he came out of the closet.
Oh.
So he started dating this awesome.
That's a good time to come out of the closet. If you're going to do Hairspray, if you're going to do the lead in Hairspray, that's an excellent time to let people know that you're gay. What a great, it's like a celebration for your gayness. For sure. I mean, look, that's a big way to be gay. No doubt. A big way to come out.
28-year-old named Casey, and him and I still have a great relationship.
Really?
Yeah, and they dated for 5 years, and Casey lived with us.
Us meaning your mom and you?
No,
just you and your dad.
Me and
okay.
my dad.
I was like, your parents are really cool. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
right after they got divorced.
All I'm saying is, if you guys are following the lore here, which I'm not, I just sort of found this, I occasionally jump on BYB, so I heard her going on there, and I looked up Kate Meaney cocaine, and this is what came up. And it's from a while back, and if you know the lore, you might hear some contradictions in here. And I recommend that you clip it and share it, and share your thoughts and the contradictions, and make it a thing.
Casey moved in, and I was like, okay, this is like the new normal. So I had like a really young gay-esque stepdad, and when they were on Broadway, they would hang out with Lance Bass was also in Hairspray.
Right.
So it was like me, my dad, Lance Bass, like Andrew Reynolds.
Right.
All these like really cool gay icons.
Hey, what's up, man?
And
Check it
my
out.
fat old 50-something-year-old dad going out, hanging out with all these young, beautiful gay boys.
Were you jealous that they were gay and you couldn't be with
So
them?
for
Is that
anybody
what-
just jumping in on either channel, I got the ZDT channel going along with, so I just jumped on along with the RipCast channel. So I just jumped on. I'm trying to run both chats. But what we got here is 5 years ago, December 3rd, 2019, episode 63, Kate Meaney talking about herself. So if there are contradictions that anybody might be interested in, this is nothing that, that I could really use for my content, but I feel like this is something that maybe people didn't hear. And you know me, I'm a bit of a bloodhound. I like a little bit of investigative, a little bit of, a little bit of cloak and dagger. This is cloak and dagger. This is more like anal bag her.
No, I'm kidding.
See what I did?
No.
But I mean, it must have been cool to feel like one of the members of one of the biggest boy bands is like someone your father hangs out with. That's how it's have been.
I didn't even know he was like, that was like a big boy band until, I started getting older.
Oh, that's right, because you were pretty young. You probably
Yeah,
weren't
I was
in
like,
the...
NSYNC?
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
yeah.
the Jonas Brothers.
Oh my God.
Who the fuck is this Lance Bass?
Who left the fucking barn doors open in her fucking head? Jesus Christ. That just thoughts run out of them like wild horses. They just run away. It's fucking... It is hilarious.
I'm your huckleberry.
It's not cool.
He came out, I think, not too long after your dad did, though. I think
He came out before.
he did,
Yeah.
and that was a big deal because he was a teen icon in that regard. So, how did he come out to you? I mean,
So her dad, Lance Bass, and what was the kid's name? Chet, Chuck, Chaz, the gay boyfriend, right? Chode.
obviously you're living with your parents, and then also he's like, hey, by the way,
Her accent is Northeast United States, white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, waspy, they say.
how did this?
He came out to me in a car
Mhm.
with his boyfriend, and they had picked me up from school, and he was like, so, you know how Mom and I were married, and
Well, that's where she's from. I mean, this is like, She doesn't have a Boston accent. She doesn't have. This is more like a New England, like Maine, that far up. She got snotty at boarding school. So come on, Syracuse, then to French, whatever. I mean, I'm not sitting here bagging on her, but if there's like stuff that's contradictory in her story, it'll be pretty funny.
We're in a relationship. Well, Casey and I are in a relationship.
Casey, that's what his name.
That was it.
I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So he was like, we're what you would call gay. And I was like, all right, gay.
Did you have any understanding of what that was about?
No, so I just kind of ignored it. And I remembered I went to, do you know Hackley?
Yes.
So I used to go to Hackley.
Oh, you did the whole private school circuit.
I did the private school circuit. I've been to every private school possible.
What?
So
Okay, so first of all, why is she going to all these private schools? If she got thrown out of one, wouldn't it stand to reason that she would have gotten thrown out of more than one? And why? Just curious questions,
went to Hackley, and I started there in kindergarten, and that was like a real, up.
I went to a
school.
wedding there. I know
it's
two
beautiful.
teachers I knew. Yeah, it's gorgeous up there. Yeah.
It was beautiful. And
yes, I went to Hackley. All the boarding school bitches.
we were all in art class, and it's third grade, sitting at the art class table, and these kids started talking about gay. Like, the word gay just came up. And I said, well, my dad is gay. And they were like, no, he's not. He's not gay. He can't be gay. That's weird. That's illegal. And times were really different.
Right.
Back in 2008.
I was only 10 years, like 11 years. I know. I feel so fucking
and
old.
So,
I remember when it was kind of really illegal to be gay.
And so my I said, no, it's not. My dad is gay. He told me yesterday. And they were like, no. And I felt really, put in the corner there. And I went home, and that night...
And nobody puts baby in the corner.
My mom was home, which was a rare thing for her to be home early. And I said, by the way, I told people Daddy was gay today, and they said, that's wrong.
Right.
And she said, well, you shouldn't tell people your father's gay.
Wow.
So then for years, it became like my biggest secret.
Right.
I felt like I was in the closet because I was hiding my father's sexuality and this life that we were leading. So I used to lie and say, like, my father has a girlfriend. My father's not a performer. My father works on Wall Street. I used to say these things because I was so embarrassed about his life.
Yeah, but he was a public figure. How do you dodge that, though?
Well, I don't think third graders really had social media back then. I was just in my own little world.
Right. But they're also parents. Parents are vicious people, can be, too, so they can...
Yeah. And all the parents knew my dad was gay. Because my mom, had complained about it to all of the parents. But I don't think any of the kids really started to know. I started to become more open about it in the 5th grade.
Okay.
There was this group called, Split Parents.
Right.
And
wow, she's really giving a lot of detail in this program about her history and upbringing.
That sounds like a very private school.
It was like a
group.
Divorced kid,
Right.
I know I wanted to go to a certain point in here.
Obsessed with it. It was gay. That she brought a gun.
Hold on a second.
Along with your, the genetic propensity from your dad, and then, what are some of the things that you struggle with that you have been, and
so
how do you try to...
here?
There would be, I remember one time we were at the pool, and this woman started talking about Christianity to us, and I was like, Dad, do not tell her you are gay.
She's,
he died suddenly,
Okay,
that wasn't anything you were expecting, though, was it? Like, your dad wasn't sick, it was just...
He wasn't sick, but he wasn't in great shape,
Right.
He wasn't, wasn't in great shape. He had gained the weight back. And I wasn't surprised when he died.
You weren't surprised.
So
Oh, really, Orange?
I wasn't
That's
like, he was
interesting.
so healthy. Like,
Right.
he was taking such good care of himself. He was exercising. But, you know, he was drinking a lot. He was
Right.
me on me feel completely different, makes me angry. So I think being on that drug from such an early age also caused some of my addiction problems.
Right.
And
The Adderall.
Along with your, like, you know, the genetic propensity from your
Yeah.
dad, and then what are some of the things that you struggle with that you have been, and how do you try to, you know, how are you dealing with your sobriety?
oh, well, I went to rehab.
Yeah.
Okay, so here she starts to talk about her rehab story, and apparently about this point in time, apparently she is sober during this interview.
I checked myself in this summer because I was just losing it
Mm-hmm.
and was, you know,
Rehab.
such a shell of myself.
Right.
Of who I used
So she checked herself into a rehab facility here.
to be. And I couldn't stop on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that, and I went to this place called Newport Academy.
Okay, so
And
that's the funny thing. She went to a place called Newport Academy. Newport Academy. There is a code for this
How are you dealing with your
going
sobriety?
around.
Oh, well, I went to
If you know, you know.
rehab.
Yeah.
I checked myself in this summer because I was just losing it
Mm-hmm.
and was, you know, such a shell of myself, of
Right.
who I used to be. And I couldn't stop on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And so I did that, and I went to this place called Newport Academy in Bethlehem, Connecticut.
Newport Academy.
And it was really interesting because I was in there with a lot of teenage girls.
Okay.
So ages 15 to 17 were the main age
Right.
group of the
So
kids.
you were the cool older chick?
No. I had this like skinny Puerto Rican girl, Jazzly. She wanted to beat me up.
What did you say to her though, Kate? Because you have a little I can see you
Jazzly wanted to beat her up at Newport Academy.
talking shit.
Oh, I was just saying she's a pathological liar. So
Right.
I would talk about, we get into all of this gossip with the other girls. But she was crazy. She told us she had a fiance, that she put 2 girls in a coma.
I'm Jazzly. I put 2 girls in a coma. Esa, I'm loca.
What else did she say she did?
I'm loca, perita.
That she brought a gun to school.
I'm gonna I'm gonna bring my Nina to the school, and I'm gonna take all your feria.
And it was just, she would say crazy stuff.
Right.
So they were all talking shit. We were all talking shit. And I was adding in some funny commentary about Jazzly.
Uh-oh.
And then,
Did you call her something that begins with an S and ends with a C and rhymes with pick? Is that what you called her? I have a feeling that she popped her mouth off and got the shit kicked out of her by a Dominican girl, by a Puerto Rican girl, something in that area.
then Jazzly found out and was like, I'm going to kick her in the throat. I'm going to beat the shit out of her. Yet she weighs like 105 pounds, so...
Was any scrapping?
No. But she said she know like older girls who act like little bitches.
That's what she said to you.
Yeah, she know like older girls who act like little bitches. Me and Melissa are older girls who act like little bitches. And she would erase my name off my door at the rehab, and so I would start erasing her name off her door. So just like really childish behavior.
Yeah,
I
but
started engaging in.
Well, did it help? I mean, what did you learn? What were some of the takeaways from this stint?
Honestly, I think the most I learned was on my own once I got out.
Huh.
That was just kind of a place that it was a lot of, learning how to accept yourself, self-validation.
Yeah, it's a rehab. So you go in and you do rehab things.
I know,
Right,
but
so we're going to go forward a little bit.
he did it when he was so young, and he started off in Boston and just became this.
And I'm going to put this in the chat over here.
This pillar in Boston comedy.
Well, that's how.
And
it's so different. When your dad was doing comedy, the sort of roadmap was, let's say your dad's from Boston, right? So
no, he's not. He's from Westchester.
I know, but let's just say he's from
Yeah.
Boston, right? And he starts there, and he becomes big in Boston, and then maybe he starts to spread out and the Northeast, and he headlines in Boston, but then he hooks up with a national headliner and he middles or features for that person. That's how you sort of
That's right.
build
You
your
make
base by
you make
starting
little
from
art
your place
pieces. There's like an art room. You have like classes, and you have like group. Listen, I went to rehab. You have group things. I went to a nice rehab though, and they had like it was in Pasadena. It was a very lovely facility. Dr. Drew was my doctor. He has touched my balls, just so you know. Dr. Drew, call me.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. The whole modeling of comedy has changed because no one is, everyone, the whole internet, and there's so many other ways to get yourself put on other than the traditional, I'm going to beg for spots at a club and hopefully I'll get passed and I'll get a spot on Carson.
Yeah.
It's a different trajectory.
And I would ask him how he did it without having any connection, without coming from a family, with doing it just all on his own with barely any college education, and just, well, not like you need a college education to be a comic.
He probably that's the only thing he ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
And that, I think when you come to that decision, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he probably just had it too.
Yeah,
right?
he really had it. He naturally, innately.
Yeah, if you're one of those people that kind of like, I know a lot of people are very smart who think that because they're super smart they can do comedy, and they're sometimes the least funniest. It's like, this is
Kate won nothing
a
tonight.
manual for
Some things going on. Citizen M, I Am Hawk, and Orange over in the chat, over in RipCast, talk about how Kate won nothing tonight. Everybody else over, but eventually everybody's going to have to go over to RipCast. So don't get too comfortable over here, you ZDT members, putting your feet up. I know. I have wonderful customer service, but we're going to have to funnel you on over to RipCast so that you could subscribe there, so that we can monetize that channel. And, I'm giving you a taste. This is the crack that you get for free. This is the part you get hooked, and you have to come over to the other show. It's going to be a morning extravaganza as well. RipCast is going to be like my morning show. So we're working on the RipCast morning show, figuring out a schedule, trying to put on the videos and figure out, we got the peak times that go on the back end of the YouTube and all that, but we want to make sure we get to everybody because we are international superstars.
Like, I know you're an engineer, but this is not like writing the specs for some kind of project you're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You come to that decision, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he probably just had it too.
Yeah,
right?
he really had it. He naturally, innately.
Yeah, if you're one of those people that kind of like, I know a lot of people are very smart who think that because they're super smart they can do comedy, and they're sometimes the least funniest. It's like, this isn't writing like a manual for like, I know you're an engineer, but this is not like writing the specs for some kind of project you're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is your goal?
Oh, who's an engineer? Am I misunderstanding this part?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And he probably just had it too.
Who's an
he
engineer?
really had it. He naturally, innately.
Yeah,
had
if you're one of those people that kind of like,
Was her dad an engineer, or is she saying she's an engineer? What the fuck is going on here?
I know a lot of people are very smart who think that because they're super smart they can do comedy, and they're sometimes the least funniest. It's like, this isn't writing like a manual for like, I know you're an engineer, but this is not like writing the specs for some kind of project you're working on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if she's speaking generally. or if she's talking specifically to Kate saying, I know you're an engineer. What the fuck? How is she an engineer? Oh, listen to me. Come on. What? Newport Academy is for... Oh, shit. Is for... She's such an insane liar. I like I said, I don't, cannot confirm
So
or
what is
deny
your goal in this?
that
So
statement.
how do you see yourself in this?
Not looking good. Newport Academy is for... Hold on a second. Let me see here. Okay. Sorry about that. Got distracted.
I'd love to become an actor
Yeah.
and creator.
Hmm.
I'd love to become like a Lena Dunham.
Wow.
Not, but you know what I mean? Create your own
Right.
material and, also, star in it.
Right.
I want to write. I want to direct. I want to produce. I want to do all the camera work.
Tina Fey.
Right.
Something.
Tina Fey.
You have a lot of stories though that you probably could put down. But do you have a hard time sitting down and writing it? Is that
No, since I stopped drinking, I don't have trouble
Yeah.
sitting down and writing. And I'm a good writer. So
She's a good writer. Okay? She's a good writer. Haven't seen anything or heard anything she's written, but she is a good
I
writer.
really do want to create a lot of my own
Right.
content.
So when do you think will it involve you dealing with your
See, this is 5 years ago. She wanted to create her own content, right? Now she's getting some recognition. This is, in my opinion, some of the empty spaces that are being filled by this public attention, some validation.
mental?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Does it ever scare you, or do you feel like you have some kind of control over what you're going through? Bipolarism.
Well,
yeah.
I'm bipolar 2, which means
Okay, so she's bipolar too. That sounds like something one gets diagnosed with by a doctor.
when I'm manic, it's not as bad as.
You're not buying a shit ton of stuff on Amazon.
No, I do that.
Oh, you do that.
But I've never had to be hospitalized for my bipolar disorder.
Okay.
I know a
Well,
lot
that's
of people
good.
who have. So I go through hypomania, which is a less severe form of
Mhm.
mania. And normally when I'm manic, I start drinking a lot. I get angry at people. I really, really, really impulsively shop. That's a big one.
Mhm.
And I just, you put yourself in dangerous situations.
Right. Are you going to meetings? You're trying to...
Yeah, I go to
Yeah.
meetings.
Wow.
I think,
Wow.
I guess it would have, for me, I think
There's a lot to take in. Put a 1 in the chat if you had heard this about her before. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not. I'm obviously not trying to judge anyone medically or anything like that, but there seems like to be a lot here to track and compare. So let me get this straight. Thrown out of boarding school for drugs. And look, I have a history of drugs. I'm not judging somebody for having a history of drugs. This is, this is no fun. Doesn't give you permission to be an asshole, which I should take my own advice sometimes, but you perfect? Okay. No.
I commend you because you're 20 years old. And this is
She was 20 here. This is 5 years ago.
when everyone's doing all
4 years ago. 4 or 5 December, 4-ish, whatever.
the shit.
Yeah.
So as opposed to 40 and you're like, all right, I'm about to lose my wife and my kids and maybe I need to, pull it together.
I just couldn't go on living
You couldn't, yeah.
the way I was. I was just so unhappy.
Hmm.
So miserable.
So what kind of keeps you sober? Like what do you do to sort of keep yourself from
She's 20.
Honestly, this fear of failure. This fear of
failing sobriety?
Oh, fear of failure.
no, fear of fucking up my life.
Right.
So I know if I keep on drinking 3 years from now, I'm not going to be in the place that I want to be.
All
Right.
figured out.
Oh,
Don't we all have it all figured out at
Okay.
20?
Yeah.
Right. So you're going to graduate next year? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you?
Yeah.
And then what?
I
Uh-huh.
have no idea.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really, I'm gonna start going out on auditions soon.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I'm gonna get new headshots, get a
Ooh.
reel done.
There you go.
Uh,
A reel of
But
what?
I'd like to have.
A reel of what? What reel? Did this reel ever get done? I'd like to find out if this reel was ever produced. I'd like to see it. Let's find this reel. Anyone?
A sustainable job when I graduate,
Right.
where I make a decent income. And I'd like to continue writing and doing my stuff, but ultimately see it getting put up on its feet.
Right.
And
Writing what? Continue writing what? What the fuck are you continuing to write?
Do you think your mom will be helpful with that?
yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because you joked around. She's like, she's been here and she hasn't laughed at anybody. So
She's a
that's-
harsh critic, but she's very supportive of me. So she's supportive of me and not. We have a complicated relationship.
You got a mother-daughter relationship.
Yeah.
That's what you got.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it's like, I have brothers and there's a saying, it's like mothers love their sons and raise their daughters.
Yeah. I don't have a brother, but
You're being raised.
I can see that with my grandma on my dad's side.
Oh, she loved her sons. And
She loves her sons, has major issues with my aunt.
yeah, the one
Yeah.
that you're close with.
Yeah.
And named after, I would imagine.
No, I was named after a nun that taught my mom in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's the least sexy thing ever.
Sister Kathleen? Sister Catherine?
Oh, Kate, so where can we find you on all things social? I want to thank you for...
All right, well, you can follow me at Kate. Let me get it.
Oh, boy.
Kate Meaney,
Mm-hmm.
Meaney, double Y at the end on Instagram. And Twitter, it's Kate Meaney too.
Okay.
There's another
Kate
one?
Meaney... Gladys Simon is here.
Hi, Gladys. I don't know if I can stay over. Okay, thank you. Goodbye. All right.
Gladys, you I'm going... We're jumping off right now.
All right, wait for
What?
me, Gladys. All right, I'm going to come.
We're coming out right in
Right.
2 seconds.
Gladys.
All right.
We might have to drop this part. Only Gladys Simon is the only one.
Can you
allowed-
come over?
Only
you
one can
sleep over?
interrupt the.
Hello? Are you in
Wow.
the middle of something?
Wow, her
doesn't
voice
matter. You know,
is like
she's Gladys. I love her.
spikes.
All right, Catherine. Thank you so
In
All
the
much.
right,
tip of
thank
my
you,
dick.
Celeste. Mwah.
Come on. All right.
Wow. Wow, that was a lot. That was a lot. I have a fucking... Wow. I mean, that is just the whole life story right there, ladies and gentlemen. So now this is a young lady who's now 24 years old and wants to go after everybody. You know? The voice is just unbelievable. It's unreal. It hurts. It hurts me. And I want to thank everybody for joining me tonight on another episode of RipCast. Set the notifications, subscribe, like, share this out. I'm sure some people will be clipping some of the information here about Miss Kate and some of the contradictions therein, which apparently from some of the chat I could see there's a lot of it. And, you know, I'm a bit of a bloodhound, and that's the way I'm going to keep it. So from our studio to yours, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you for joining me on RipCast. See you, folks. Thank you so much. for a last-minute emergency RipCast. We appreciate you coming out, liking and sharing. Thanks, guys. Clip it.